This is Karen's Daily Creature Comforts for the date of August 1st, 2017. Welcome back, subscribers. Hello, all viewers. We have an excellent reading in store using Archangel Power Tarot card decks by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. These are such beautiful cards. And you've pulled two major arcana cards. You pulled number 13 for your present time, where you're at presently, and then number 9 for power in a situation. People see you perhaps as the Ace of Swords, as a formidable source. And the Page of Michaels here might be talking about, a Page of Swords might be talking about news of a delay. When you're crossed by Six of Cups, that talks about in your current challenge phase, it could be that you're romanticizing the past. So it's not allowing you to get on with the present time. It also could indicate gifts, spiritual gifts, people that come back into your past, maybe past lovers, past friends. Could indicate that somebody that you once had a relationship with in your past has come back, or somebody that you once had a friendship is coming back into your life. And you're going to a very good place because you pulled the Knight of Cups. That's your knight in shining armor. Now, I asked why that would be in your, because this is a day. It's not, there's not so much distinctness with this because it's a general reading for all people. So it could be a person coming into your life today who's going to sweep you off your feet. You could meet the one today. It could be falling in love back with life itself. Topics that make your heart flutter. If you're a metaphysical person, it might be a renewed appreciation for the metaphysical principles and love for life, because summertime is just, I took a walk today, and it was just beauty, surrounding me. In Reno, because there's no bugs, you can stay outside a lot. I grew up in the Midwest in Michigan, and that's not so there. So the ability to be outside a lot is just a wondrous, beautiful gift from the Supreme Being, and you can be outside in all seasons here. Such a beautiful thing, and you're not too far from Lake Tahoe. Beautiful, 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 beautiful place to live. It's pure luxury. Now, so to me, that sings to me. How does it sing to you, the Knight of Cups? Is your Knight of Shining Armor coming to you today? He could. She could. She could. The Five of Swords is the basis of the matter. This talks about things that don't serve you. Now, Five of Swords talks about things that don't serve you any longer, and so you're going to let go of them. This is the card, Doreen Virtue, and her Fairy Tarot card deck has the fairy builds a snow fort that's made of snow, and because snow is not an element that lasts, it will melt to water, that whatever he's building, all that glitters isn't, all that is not gold. Same thing applies here. Something maybe is not worth the risk or the effort, or people are not seeing all situations, all aspects of what's going on. People are hiding things. It could be talking about secrets or that kind of thing. It could be family secrets, or could be more social, mores upsetting the apple cart. It could be, scandals. So that kind of pulls us more into the picture for the day, coming to light. And the Page of Swords talks about, again, it could be an exciting new challenge that comes to you. This is in the past, so this is either something good, you think that is good, or something that might not be good. And depending on the situation of the card surrounding it, you can get a feel for that. Exciting new challenge that is thrusted upon you, maybe making you become more not fear-based, having more faith. So actually, it's a good thing coming to you because it will ensure that you're seaworthy, meaning seaworthy as far as the journey that not the hermit, the fool makes along the way of the Tarot. The reason why the hermit came up, the hermit talks about this isn't the power, your power in the situation. Now, in hermit, people usually believe that the hermit is solitary. This is not the case. Normally, this could be like a Sermon on the Mount type thing where because see, Jesus was a spiritual teacher, and he and his students came to him to listen to his Sermon on the Mount. The same thing applies to you. Okay, I'm not grandizing you, giving you, but at the same time, if you're a spiritual teacher, your students are coming to you for the voice of reason, to cut through adversity and things that chaos, and for you to say something that they can get a foothold on in their own lives. So again, the hermit does not have to be solitude. In fact, he has a following, a rather large following, and a large reason to be here. And we honor God by following our path, no matter how difficult or how unpopular it may seem to be. So depending on what God tells me is where I go. And a lot of times people know that their path was predetermined before they came here, got a body, got a family, and that kind of thing. That the die had been rolled, and that going back probably isn't an option, or at least you might want to procrastinate on that you're a spiritual teacher, or that you're going to be acknowledged as a spiritual teacher, but it's really up to the Supreme Being about where she wants light workers to appear on the planet, and for whatever reason that she needs for that person to be there. Now, I know I'm channeling because I had no idea I'd say any of this. So anyway, the Hermit is a pretty cool card to pull, and so is number 13, which is a natural ending to something that was going on in your life. But it looks like when you pull the Five of Swords, it needed to come to an end. It was not serving you anymore. It wasn't challenging you enough, and or you weren't learning from it. You weren't pushing yourself. You weren't on your path. All these things. If any of that rings true, great, run with it. If it doesn't, reject it. And the Three of Swords talks about releasing the past. You will grow from the situation as a result, and that time heals all wounds. That is you in the situation. So it could be a great sorrow. It could be a loss of a loved one. It could be the ending of a relationship. It could be a job change or imminent job change, that kind of thing. Yeah, so it could be divorced people, but they've known. It's not like when you pull the Page of Swords, they've known about the situation that wasn't right for them. But there's no surprise. So there's no surprise for anybody out there that some situation did not serve them, and that they're giving permission to move away from it now. And the Knight of Coins, this is a kind, considerate person that comes to you on the wings of angels, and they have happiness. It could be a spiritual counselor who knows the right thing to say at the right time. Lets you put your head on their shoulder, and then you let it go. You get out. You vent some of the things that weren't working for you. You let it go because it was building up, and it was wreaking havoc on your health or your ability to create happiness, a relationship from happiness, or your lack of focus. What I heard erroneously. And yeah, so with somebody that was creating so much drama in your life that you couldn't focus on those things you wanted to focus on and create for yourself, be on your path, do good work, so that you could leave a legacy for people, leave the world a better place. And certainly that we need more of those kind of people who leave the world a better place and don't immediately ask, what's in it for me? Because if they are spiritual teachers, they know of that the trip is worth any price or cost. And the Five of Wands, that could indicate this is in your hopes and fears. This could be what you're afraid that's going to happen. You're afraid that, shoot, if I take up the light or if I take up the mantle, that there's going to be so much competition associated with that. People don't like, people won't like me. I have to create new friends. I'll have to get a different place to live. Even my, it's a country song. ... So but I don't see that because in the outcome card, it's a Knight of Cups. So even if you do, for instance, embrace your path, you're going to attract you to the people that like the new version of you. So, you have to let, the universe does not like a vacuum and abhors, ABHOR. A vacuum, so sometimes you have to release what's not working so that what does work for you, even you didn't think of in your wildest dreams that things could come together that way. But you have to be willing to let go of those things that don't work for you. That's the message today. Also, not to let fear push you around. Fear is, FDR was best at describing fear. Fear is, it's contagious. And he said there's nothing to fear except fear itself. And I firmly stand on that quote, FDR's, because he knew exactly what he was talking about. He had great adversity in his life. The man had polio. The way he came across to people, he was brilliant. He was a genius. Nobody knew. Nobody saw his physical shortcomings because they didn't want to see it because he was such a charming person, brilliant. He was a brilliant, kind man. He wanted good. He wanted to leave a legacy of good. And that's the same thing. So I always, if something doesn't work, we let it go. But with FDR, this man, he after him, nobody had 3 terms. But they enjoyed his countenance so much that he was such a popular president. There had to be a reason for that. And the fact that he said one of the most amazing things, and it still rings true today, that there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And it is contagious. If you let your mind dwell there or linger too long in fear-based, it snowballs. The man knew exactly what he was talking about. So we walk our walk, and we don't put problems in front of us, because FDR, he was physically challenged. He didn't go, well, I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't be the President of the United States. He didn't say that. I mean, he could have. I'm sure the people around him told him. But, it's not good for your health. And his health did deteriorate when he was in office, but he didn't let anything stop him. He knew the Supreme Being had picked him for that path, for that purpose, to pull us out of, he was in there during the Depression, and so to use his words, it seems to be very salient for right now, coming out of a huge recession, that the same words apply till today. And there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And we have to walk and enjoy our lives. Another thing that people don't understand, and I'm here the first to say, is you do nothing by not enjoying your life. There's always a balance in all things, We enjoy our lives to serve the Supreme Being, to be that aspect of Him, to be a divine life spark. We are a part of, but He, some people will be like, well, I know this to be true, that Jesus enjoyed life and that he was a sociable person and he enjoyed life to the fullest. And people always go, well, if Jesus was here, what would he do? Jesus would enjoy his life, and he would be a role model for other people by being a happy person, and he was. And thank God he enjoyed his life, because the way he left this world, yeah, so, and we don't have to martyr ourselves. We don't have to martyr ourselves. We don't have to become martyrs just because, you know, you have past lives where, you know, you took the, you took orders. When you took orders, when you went into the monastery, you gave away all your worldly goods and that kind of thing. Now, a lot of us spiritual people have those. We took orders. We took the mantle on of not having anything, and we have to be strong people not to do that again, because it doesn't serve us. It doesn't serve the Supreme Being. We need to be good, strong role models so that people have something to hang their, I always say that, hang your hat on, but that they need to have a good, strong role model. So that's how we can best serve the Supreme Being, is by walking our talk, and not only walking our walk, but talking our talk, and actually being a role model, and also enjoying life, so people can see that they can have it all. They can be good people, and they can actually enjoy life. So that was a lot. Was it not, Supreme Being? Anything you would like to say additionally? He just chimed in. He goes, that means I'm always here to remind people to do that, to enjoy life. Always to remind people to enjoy life. And that's why we get social invitations to be sociable beings. That's part of being a human, is enjoying life, dancing, and even dancing at wake. You know, even during great sorrow, we can enjoy the beauty that life still has for us, because the people on the other side that do cross over, they're going, please enjoy life. There's no reason to, you know, they're enjoying life on that side of the veil. So we need to respect that, and in turn live our lives joyfully here. So thanks again for being such a brilliant viewer. I love you. I know this is a lot. Until next time, hey, have a great day. Bye-bye.